enjoying family time and appreciating little things. Now here's the point. You all never had this experience. But I have been told it's a horrible thing not to want to go home. I have had co-workers, when I worked in the corporate world years ago, that would stay in the parking lot for hours to avoid going home. Now, at the place where you're supposed to get solace, and the place you're supposed to get loved, and the place you're supposed to get lifted up, at that point, they were not enjoying family time and enjoying life. And even this past Thanksgiving, I remember I'm tutoring some kids here, and for those who worked in the camp, you would actually remember these kids. And one of the kids, they're twins, and one of the boys always is getting into adult business. He's asking questions to adults that a kid should not be asking. If two adults are talking, he figures it's okay for him to come in. And so when he starts talking, I just ignore him. And one day Dad said, don't you see him being ignored? He said, I know I'm being ignored, but I still got a question. So the idea was, so we were talking recently. And he was saying, and I was doing tutoring right before the break. And he said, well, what are you all going to be doing for the break? I'm like, first of all, none of your business. I said, I'll be right there with my wife. We're just going to enjoy time. He said, isn't that boring? I'm like, no, what's boring is talking to a kid that I'm not being all over my business. So the idea what I'm offering here is that it ought to be about time to say that God has blessed us with family. And God has blessed us with friends. And God has blessed us with a church. And God has blessed us with co-workers. That it's time now to start talking about, instead of always trying to stand, we start enjoying it where we are in life. And enjoying where we are with them. And enjoying. How many of us enjoyed this past break for real? I mean, how many of us are deciding we're going to enjoy life to the full and the overflow? You got to make a decision. Make up your mind. Even if somebody gets invited to breakfast, you didn't want to come. You still going to enjoy it. You set plates for 8. 12 showed up. You got to make up your mind. I'm still going to enjoy it. You may have to get a few extra pieces of meat, but you got to make up your mind. I'm still. That's a decision we have to make. Nobody can live an extraordinary life for us. That's right. Our decision has to be that I've decided once and for all that I'm going to live an extraordinary life. I'm done with ordinary. I'm done with regular. I'm done with mediocre. I am now going to make sure every day of my life that tomorrow's going to be better than today, and I'm going to make a decision that today I'm going to live an extraordinary life. Is the life, I love this part here, is the life we were meant to live. We are choosing to live an ordinary life. When God called us and created us and chose us and sent his son, to shed his precious blood for us to live an extraordinary life. Now this idea about enjoying life, please read this with me here. You know it very well from John 10:10 Amplified Classic. That was our theme verse for last year. We have another theme verse for this year. Let's read this together. The thief comes what? Only reason he comes. Keep going. In order to what? Steal and kill and destroy. Keep going. Who is I? Jesus. Came that they. Who's they? Now, not just us believers now. Now, if you believe it, but don't be saying us in general. They're believers. They're we, as believers. May have. Keep going. May have. And what? Enjoy life. Keep going. And have it in abundance to the full, to an overflow. You ought to just give God another hand clap of praise for Jesus coming to make sure that's what we have. So here's the decision. If we are not enjoying life, whose fault is that? Now, don't be talking about the person you're married to. Don't talk about your co-workers. No, it is. I remember my mother-in-law would go and would try out these restaurants on her own that nobody knew about. And once she went to some place that was over here, down on Westgate City Boulevard, down there where the old Radio Shack was by the post office, and this thing looked like it ought to have like an F rating. So when the lights were out last year, where we were, the lights were on in this area. And so we were driving around, and Pastor said, well, let's go over here. They said, this is where Mother used to come all the time. This is where Mother and I used to come there. And when you get up out there in the front, you got Leroy out there with one tooth in the middle. Inside, it's dim, so you can't tell if it's dim because they're trying to hide something. And we walk up this place. I said, are you sure? This is where my mother-in-law went. best Mexican food in the whole city, but the apple side was not appealing. So, and when the first time Mother went there, she went back and told all of us, she said, I just decided I'm going to make myself happy. You got to make up your mind. You're going to make yourself happy. You got to make up your mind. You're going to start enjoying life. You got to make up your mind. I don't care what they do, what they do, what they do. I'm just going to make myself happy. You got to make up your mind. I am going to make myself happy. And it is not somebody's responsibility to make you happy. It's not somebody's responsibility to help you enjoy life. Jesus did everything he was going to do to shed his precious blood so we can have life and enjoy life to the full and overflow. Do I have somebody here ready to enjoy life to the full and the overflow? I said somebody ready to enjoy life to the full, to the overflow. At some point, enjoying life, having and embracing an extraordinary life, that is not some, it's not, they didn't steal your joy, you gave it away. They didn't steal your peace, you gave it away. At some point, there has to be a decision made that this is going to be the way I'm going to function from this point on. I'm going to enjoy life to the full and the overflow. Please give Jesus one more hand clap of praise in Jesus' name. So here's the short one I'm making. The sum of that whole section, what am I saying here? Have an expectation to have an extraordinary life. Just have an expectation. See, every time I have the privilege of being here to share the word and being here, I expect to see extraordinary things occur because I serve an extraordinary God. Every day I'm blessed to see another day. I don't know what today is going to hold. I don't know what the future holds, but I know who holds the future. I expect it to be an extraordinary day. I expect right now, so have an expectation to have an extraordinary life. Now, if you can read this. Let's read that now. Here's not you all can have a declaration that we're going to say at the end of every service. But let's say this one together. Let's read this together. I declare I am special and extraordinary. I am not what? I'm not what? I'm not what? See, that's what just lost 5-4 right there. Keep on going. I have been. See, I don't know about you, but I don't mind pulling and wearing a suit off the rack. But nothing fits like one that was custom made just for me. Nobody got the length I have and the size I have. God said, this one, you are custom. Think about this. Everybody, out of all the billions of people that have ever been around, everybody has a unique fingerprint. That's why you can go on your cell phone. And somebody try to break in your phone, you talking about or recognize your eye? Everybody has a unique eye retina. And God saying right there, I love you so much. You are custom made. I tried to get on past these phones, my fingerprint the other day, it just looked at me. And then she touched it because they're custom made. Keep going right now. I am one of a kind. For some of them, praise God for that. So keep going. Of all the things God created, what he is most proud of is me. See, that's where we just blew right there because we think that's something that's being arrogant. David said in the book of Psalms that I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Don't care how I got here, I'm not a mistake. And God already had some value for me. And God had a purpose for me. And God knew what he was doing when he allowed me to be born now. Not 100 years ago, I'm telling you, because praise God that we are born right now. Because when folks go through it, praise God we are born right now. I don't know what they're going to go through 100 years from now. But thank God that we are here right now because we, at this point, he is most proud of me. Keep going. I am his what? Masterpiece. That when you walk down the street, folk always say, oh, that's God's masterpiece. Come on. This was his most prized possession. So come on with this one now. I will keep my head held high, knowing that I am a child of the Most High God, made in his very image. This is my declaration. Give God a hand clap of praise to embrace that as well. And see, this is where we are supposed to be, and this is where a lot of people are not. This is what we really read. This is what most of us have read, not folk here, but people, other folk, will say, I declare I'm ordinary and average. I declare I'm not custom made. I declare I'm not just one of a kind. There's a whole bunch of people. I declare that God, that out of all the things God created, I'm probably 500 on the list. That I'm not his masterpiece. I'm not his most prized possession. Maybe that person, maybe Mount Rushmore. But they recognize it. And here's what happened right here. Most of us don't have our head held high. I told you when you know, localized girls are very tall. 5'11" and 6 feet, and I'm telling you, I should have put them in the WNBA if they were going to make some money. So the idea was, and I remember, and this is what happened. You notice when girls, watch what happens. You got girls that, like in 3rd grade, here's a girl, all the boys. 3rd grade, here's a girl, all the boys. Then after a while, they start catching up. But for a long time, tall girls, they're like a foot above everybody else. And I remember for years that Erica would walk around with her head held down. And I think she said she was talking to people that are shorter than her, but that may have been it. But she was walking around almost like being down and depressed and everything. So I remember one day, I just went and grabbed, she was walking into the room, and I said, Erica, come in. She said, okay. She came there, her head was down, I raised it up. I said, don't you ever walk your head down again. Your last name is Cole, and you are a child of the King. Don't you ever walk around your head down again. And so then Psalm 3 said, then David picked up in Psalm 3 said, that God is my glory, my shield, and God's a lifter of my head. Don't you let your head go down when God has raised your head up. God has raised you up. Don't put your head held high. And here's the point. Folk gonna talk anyway. So if they gonna talk, and I used to hear out of the Republicans talking about, look at President Obama walking like he's something. He is something. He's the president. So that you walk with your head held high. Walk with your head held high. Don't you be walking around. Don't give the devil the satisfaction of having your head down. I'm going through some problem. Nobody knows. No, walk with your head. I got some problem. I know a problem solver. I am not going to walk with my head because I know that Jesus is my shield and my glory and a lifter of my head. How dare I walk with my head held down when he did so much to raise me up? My head will be held high, knowing that I'm a child of the Most High, made in his very image. So now read, this is the point right here. What does that? Read this with me. I refuse to live an ordinary life when I serve an extraordinary God. I know God deserves a hand clap of praise and God. I refuse. So here's the point I'm making. What's happening? What's the difference here? That some of us have not gotten to this stage yet. We live an extraordinary life in church. Extraordinary life every now and then. But the default mode continues to be ordinary. There has to be a decision made. There has to be just to be an option to say, I am going to live an extraordinary life. Now, so what does ordinary mean? Extraordinary mean? It means to be what? Marvelous. It means to be what? Wonderful. Also surpassing. Keep going. It also means what? Just separated by what? Distinguishing action. So here's what happens. No, I love this one. Now please read this together. I am not normal. Now we've been knowing that for a while. Keep going. I am. Oh, come on, believer. Come on, believer. Everybody here has been here in a setting where you didn't feel like you belonged. Where you just felt out of place. And you thought you were the problem. You got in there among folk that were normal, and you extraordinary, you should feel uncomfortable. So stop being in a circle, a situation where now at this point that's the problem that they had over in the book of 1 Samuel. God was leading the people, and then he was their king. And the people said, we want to have a king to rule over us like other nations. The other nations were heathens. And in turn, God's folk want to be like them. You're supposed to not fit in. You're supposed to look like you are different. You're supposed to, how you cannot be an eagle among some chickens and they'll get comfortable. Amen. You got to recognize there is soar potential in you. And you keep on trying to fit in with the chickens. Clucking like a chicken. Scratching like a chicken. Cock-a-doodle-doing like a chicken. When you're supposed to be soaring like an eagle. No, you're not normal. You're extraordinary. And so you're supposed to feel uncomfortable and supposed to feel like you don't fit in because you serve an extraordinary God. And if folks don't know that around you, they got to know there's nothing normal about you. There's nothing ordinary about you because you are extraordinary. You're trying to fit in. I remember when I played ball in high school, we had that wasn't my first time, but we flew. Think about this now. This is just, I appreciate the opportunity, but it was crazy. Our high school team